So we're in the box with this newborn litter, and just to say a couple of instructional things. She looks like she's giving a little milk. This is Ronnie the runt. Ronnie, yes, a little bit. I'm mighty. And Doc pulled me out and said, no, he's no account. He's probably dead. And I said, he's not dead. He's gonna live and be a good boy. Well, don't make fun of my littles. So the reason I keep pushing her down, I don't want her fussing with them yet. So a couple things about for the first 2 weeks until they get their eyes open, you have to make sure that you make them poop and pee, because you probably can't see that, but if the mother doesn't lick them all, then they're not all going to the bathroom. And the stuff that comes out of them, oh my gosh, is weird. That first poop that comes out of them. They seem pretty satisfied. I went and laid down and had a nap. I think I'm going to do this and see if Tim will help me with the other 2 litters in there. Maybe I can go for a walk or something, although it's 15 till 6. I better hurry up if I'm gonna go for a walk before dark. Next month it'll be dark at this time. I have to rearrange my walking till the morning. So just don't want her fussing at them, because their umbilical cords, she was kind of chewing at them. So you need to peroxide them every feeding 3 to 4 times a day, and their umbilical cords will dry up. You want them off there in a couple days, unless your litter's really early, and this litter was pretty early. Just if you can get that peroxide on there, it will dry them up. I'll let you lick them in a minute. So she was kind of trying to chew at them when they were wet. They've only had 1 feeding since they came home, so the umbilical cords were wet, like raw meat, and she was kind of being a little too interested in them. Mommy, you quit being fussy and lay down here. So the other thing, when the puppies start nursing on them, they can, you're nursing, not on the end of a nipple. I don't know why she's wanting to get up here and lick them, which is not a bad thing, and I do want her to lick them, and I'll let her in a minute. So the problem with them getting up and licking them when their milk is dropping, which our milk's already dropped, is that then they'll roll on these tits on the underside, and these underside tits don't get sucked, and then they can get mastitis. So that's a problem. That's a real problem. So if you don't want to get this peroxide on your hands, because it does dry you out, put a glove on or get a little tiny. Oh, sorry. She's fussing, so it's running our video here. And she's hot. I need to give her some drugs. And she had some morphine, but it's probably worn off. It was about 4 hours ago. So Ronnie says I'm full. I'm full. Put him over there. All right, you want to lick your puppies, huh? All right, sit up here and lick your puppies. So sometimes the mommy dogs will sit up, lick, 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 and stand up. I'm done. Let's see what she does. Yeah, when they are a little too interested in that umbilical cord, I don't like that. Trust me, I'm sweating. I'm underneath this 175 lamp over here. It's not like I'm not ready to get out of here. I am. And she's being pretty gentle. Oh, so when I was at the vet this morning, one of the doctors said they had a small dog come in and only had one puppy in it for a C-section, and his foot was sticking out, and still it was a Yorkshire Terrier. The puppy was too big to come out, and the dog had licked or chewed the foot off the puppy. So even if the puppy was C-section, the puppy's born, it doesn't have a foot. So, and the other thing about the licking, you know, they can get them all sopping wet, and then I have to dry them off. I don't like that. So she's only had one other litter. I don't remember her necessarily cleaning them so well. But, all right, we've been in here about, well, probably not even 15 minutes. I need to put your collar back on. When she was small, she was not small. She was young. I never thought she was going to end up being this big of a dog. I certainly did not think she was going to have this bulldog of a head. And that's my husband out there. And you're going to lick him again. All right. See how round they are? Because when they're born, they have swallowed this amniotic fluid. In utero, so they're actually full of fluid, and when it comes out, it's kind of an interesting thing. It's like a baby calf. The dogs will run around and eat that first poop, and the dogs like to eat a baby calf's poop that's been sucking its mommy too. It's a little different. See, this puppy's completely full. So she's gonna have plenty of milk. This is gonna be an easy litter. Which I'm ready for easy after 15 and 13. We're ready. We're ready for every baby to have a nipple. Let me see your incision. Now that's another thing to do. Just definitely keep an eye on your incision here. Make sure the skin is coming together correctly and that it's sealing together. Till about day 3, you know, you really want to be careful with that. And one Christmas Eve, I was checking my incision. It hadn't been 24 hours since I had the litter, and we had a little piece of intestine coming out, and I had to rush her back in. I know, because you can get, well, she could have died. And no, it was like 10 o'clock at night. Did I want to do that? No, I did not want to do that, but... So there's 2 layers on the inside of this. There's this outside layer, but there's the inside layer of muscle tissue too. So the inside layer was what had come open. Anyway, it just wasn't a good thing. I think this was a dog I had bought. Typically the dogs I raise, because we feed raw, have very good cell tissue. But if all you've ever fed your dog is dry dog food, probably not going to have great cell tissue. All right, I'm going to let her out of here.